Hello and welcome to another episode of Preacher Man TV. It's the new year, the first episode of Preacher Man TV for 2022. So this one is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to have coming up for the next year or so, and I'm also going to kind of look back a little bit at 2021, how that was. I think it was a good year. So let's get to it. I'm going to be walking a little bit today, so those of you who have motion sickness, hold on for the ride. Last year we had lots and lots of fishing that I didn't get to show you, and hopefully I will get to show you. But if not, we're going to do some more fishing this year. We're going to go out in my beloved kayak, friends, and the kayak is so much fun. I'm going to try to take you along with me every single time I go. You know, I think in 2020 we did a lot of, well, not a lot, but some woodworking. And we're going to do some more of that this year. So I'm going to show you some of the builds. I did do some last year, but I didn't show you. You know, for instance, I built a, what do you call it? A porch swing. Even though we don't have a porch, but we built a porch swing. And this is what it looks like. This year, we have a couple of projects that I am being mandated to do by the boss. You know who that is, right? Dennis. So we're going to try to get those done. And we also have a lot of things coming up with the church. And I think I'm going to use Preacher Man TV to show you the behind the scenes. Even though the actual events and things like that, we're going to do it. We're going to do it on Hope FLA YouTube channel and Facebook page. But the behind the scenes, that's going to go right here on Preacher Man TV. I want to do a lot more with the men of the church, so I'm going to share that with you guys as well. I don't know how the light's looking right now because I think the sun is right behind me up there. But if it doesn't look great, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. If you're wondering what I'm doing, every morning I go for a walk, and this one is no different. So I decided to kind of kill two birds with one stone. So I want to look back a little bit at 2021 and some of our best moments. You know, I thank God that He's sending in people who like acting and that kind of stuff. So that's why we have a few more people in the group that are doing some of the skits and things like that. We're going to hopefully expand and get better with those. We had some funny ones.
Yeah, don't mess with me, Bato.
Yes, exactly what he said. Do not mess with him, Bato.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to number! 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war.
We had some not so funny ones, but I try to make all of them funny. Yeah, I like funny. And so we're going to keep doing that. We're going to try to expand the channel a little bit. So we're going to try to make it as big as possible. If you didn't subscribe yet, go ahead and subscribe. Like right now, you can pause the video, subscribe. Why? Because you're gonna miss out on a lot of good stuff that we're gonna have coming up the pipe, if you know what I mean. If you're not from Florida and you want to see, or even if you're from Florida and you want to see me go fishing in some different places or whatever, because my two main places that I go to fish is Sebastian and Skyway Pier. I like to fish those places. And when I go out in the kayak, I do Fort DeSoto. This year I'm going to be hitting the flats in Sebastian, Indian River. So if you want to see me fish somewhere else, you could do that too. You know, last year I went out with Haitian John. He has his own kayak as well. We had a lot of fun the last time we went out. So we're going to start doing some more of that. Hopefully this year in the church that some of the guys, you know, they're going to get their own kayaks. Hopefully. And we'll have a crew going out there, so I don't have to be lonesome. But I don't mind, because beside the fact that being alone on a kayak out in the deep is kind of scary, you know, I think that being out there with God is awesome. Really, I tend to pray a lot and meditate and, you know, do that kind of stuff. I can't say it's that scary in the last two places that I went, because for most of the time the water was like 2 feet deep. I know it looked deep, it really wasn't deep. 2 feet deep is not enough to kind of get you scared. I think we're gonna visit a lot more places. I think it's gonna be a little more deep. And we're gonna look for some monsters, and we're gonna put that right up on Preacher Man TV. You know, I also want to do a little teaching on the end times and Revelation, because I realize in the church a lot of people are not aware of what's going on in the world. And I realized as well, I was telling somebody that last night, I realized that even though we talk about this stuff, people aren't interested in it. But I guess I need to like try to make you interested in it, because when you go back and you look, you know, I did the Spirit of the Antichrist, the Spirit of the Age in the World. Those videos didn't get much views, and I realized it's because people they're kind of indifferent to it, you know, and they want to put their head in the sand and pretend like none of this stuff that is happening in the world is happening, but it is happening. Oh, by the way, if you ask why I'm dressed this way and I'm in Florida, it's cold right now. Well, my kind of cold. It's 55 degrees out here, okay, people? 55 degrees. I know my brother is probably going to be like, dude, that's good, that's real good. It doesn't matter, you're a New Yorker, I'm a Floridian, right? I'm a Trinity to the bone, right? This is really cool for us. Yeah, so we're gonna do a little more end times things. As I see it, I'm gonna put it up. As I see the scriptures and the prophecies coming to pass, I'm gonna try to drop it out there. I wish I could do more Preacher Man videos. I wish I could spend a lot of time building this channel, but between the church and, you know, we have Revolution Revival coming up as well. That's another YouTube channel that we're gonna launch sometime, I believe, this year, early this year, first quarter. It's a lot, you know, so I really love Preacher Man TV. We have a lot of merch coming out, but we kind of sell that in the church, and by the time you see I'm finished selling in the church, most of it is done. But I still have a bunch that I think I need to show you my new Preacher Man TV fishing shirt. I think a lot of you are gonna like it. I really love Preacher Man, and I really want to see this channel grow, and this is the outlet where I get to preach without actually preaching in the church, you know what I mean? So if you have friends and family, especially male friends and family, that you know, that you believe that are going to benefit from Preacher Man TV, I want to encourage you to let them subscribe, share the channel with them, share the videos with them, and I want to encourage you to keep sharing the videos, and that's the way the channel is going to grow. When you comment, when you share, it's going to grow. There's a lot of good content on there. When you go back and you look at it, it's encouraging. So I want to encourage you to go and share those videos. So, if there's any content that you would like to see, any suggestions, any topic that you want me to talk on, I want you to feel free to write that in the comment section, and I will try to do my very best to get those things in Preacher Man TV. As we film the videos for Revolution Revival, we are going to put the behind the scenes for that as well. So Preacher Man will kind of be a first look as to what's coming. If you don't know what we're going to have at Revolution Revival, well, you're going to find that out soon. But there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna, it's a lot of work, and we need a team to put that together. I think God is finally giving us a team that is gonna be instrumental in doing some great things. Yeah, Florida is a land of fancy cars and squirrels. You know, 2021 was a great year. I can't thank God enough for being so faithful and for doing so many wonderful things. And I expect that God is going to do even greater things than in the year 2022. No two ways about that. But I also expect that with the great victories will come adversity, you know, and the enemy will try to stop what God is doing. I could see that even at the beginning of the year during this fast, and we have a revival coming up. You know, if God be for us, then who could be against us? We just have to keep pushing, we just have to keep going, we just have to keep strong. So I want to encourage you to be strong. Don't let the enemy shake your faith. Don't let the enemy bring negativity and to bring things that will cause you to doubt what God has already promised to you. That's how we lose the promises of God all the time. God spoke it. If God spoke it, then it is so. His words is yea and amen. It is forever written in heaven. The bottom line is, God already said concerning you. All you have to do is stand upon those promises right now. You know, so don't let the enemy steal that from you. I believe that 2022 is going to be a great year, not just for me and for Hope FLA Church and for my family, but I believe it's going to be a great one for you as well, because you trust in God. And I know that the outlook for the world doesn't look so great right now, but that's all inconsequential, because your God is the one who holds all things in his hand. Isn't that true? You know, so I want to encourage you to keep pressing. Do not let your faith be shaken. Do not fall by the way. You know, keep strong in the Lord and keep going forward. Be like a tree planted by the rivers of living water, a tree that will grow root downward and bear fruit upward. Okay guys, that concludes our first episode for the year 2022. And if you're wondering what I do on these long walks, because I just walked for 5 miles, I normally pray and meditate, and sometimes I listen to an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to a book called Person of Interest. I can't remember who the author is, but it's pretty cool. It's been fun. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Oh man, I'm tired. I'll see you soon. God bless.
As I see no man curse, I'm wading through this water, Lord, for better or for worse. In all my ways, I'm putting Jesus first, with love in every line, in every song, in every verse.